All right, let's dive in. Today, we're building something that I think every developer needs in their back pocket, a personal API sandbox. Forget about waiting on external services. We're going to create a super stable, reliable testing environment, and it's all going to live right on your machine.
You know that feeling, right? You're in the zone, trying to test something, and the public API you're relying on is down, or it's slow, or you hit some crazy rate limit. It can just stop your entire workflow cold. So frustrating.
Well, the solution is actually pretty simple. We just build our own. And I'm not kidding, we are going to create a fully functional local API right from scratch and have it up and running in, seriously, under 5 minutes.
Okay, so you might be thinking, why bother? Why go through the trouble? Because building your own API gives you the ultimate personal testing sandbox. You are the one in complete control. I mean, think about it. You get total control over the data. You decide what it looks like. Your API is always on. It's never going to go down unless your computer is off. You can completely forget about rate limits or some other service breaking your tests. It is the perfect, stable little playground for learning and practicing. So to make this happen, we just need a few key things. It's like our own little API toolkit, and it's made up of 3 essential pieces of software that just work perfectly together. First up, we've got Node.js. This is basically what lets us run JavaScript code on our computer, not just in a browser. Second is NPM, the Node Package Manager. And the best part? It comes bundled right with Node.js, so you get it for free. And finally, we'll use NPM to install the real star of the show, JSON Server. So what's the deal with NPM? The easiest way to think about it is like an app store for developers, but it runs right in your command line. It's the tool we're going to use to go out and grab the JSON server package, which is the piece of magic that actually creates the API for us.
All right, time to get our hands dirty. We're going to lay the foundation. And don't worry, it's just a simple 3-step process.
Step 1, you're going to head over to the official Node.js website and grab their installer. It's super straightforward, just click next a few times. After that's done, we'll pop open a terminal just to make sure everything's working right. And finally, we'll run one last command to install JSON Server itself. Okay, once that's installed, pop open your terminal. The very first thing we'll check is Node-v. If you see a version number spit out, that means Node is installed and ready to go. And right after that, our second check, npm version. Again, if a version number pops up, you're golden. The package manager is ready to use. Now for the magic. This next command is what does all the heavy lifting for us. We're telling npm to install JSON Server. And see that little -G flag? That just means we're installing it globally, so you can run it from anywhere on your computer. Okay, our tools are installed. We're almost there. There's just one last piece to the puzzle. You know, every API needs some data to serve up, and for us, that's just going to be a simple text file. And that file is going to use JSON, which, if you haven't used it much, just stands for JavaScript Object Notation. It's incredibly popular because it's so easy for us humans to read, but computers love it too. All the data is just organized in these simple key value pairs. So here's what you're going to do. Just create a new file anywhere you want, call it db.json. That's db.json. And inside, you'll just add some sample data. For example, you could make a list of students and give each one an ID, a name, maybe a location. This file is going to act like our own little mini database. Okay, let's recap. Tools, installed. Data, ready to go. Now for the really fun part. Let's flip the switch and bring this thing online. And you're not going to believe this, but it literally just takes one more command in the terminal to make it all happen. And here it is. This is the command that launches everything. We're telling JSON Server to start up, and here's the really important part, that -watch flag. That tells the server to keep an eye on our db.json file. So if you change anything in that file, the API updates instantly. No restart needed. It's awesome. And that's it. Seriously. The second you hit enter on that command, your API is live, serving up real API endpoints from your computer. If you created that students list in your data file, you now have a working /students endpoint ready to go. So our API is up and running. Now we got to take it for a spin, right? Let's see what it can do. And using it is super intuitive. Let's say you send a GET request to that /students endpoint. Boom, the API reads your db.json file and sends back all your student records. But here's the coolest part. If you send a post request with some new student info, JSON Server will automatically add that new student right into your db.json file. It's a real, working REST API. And there you have it. Just like that, you did it. In a few super simple steps, you've built a fully functional local API that you have 100% control over. No more dependencies, no more rate limits, just your own perfect sandbox for whatever you need to test.
So, I guess the only question left is, now that you can spin up your own custom API whenever you want, what's the first thing you're going to test?